Okay, well, hello everyone. Once again, happy Wednesday. Here we are. It's hump day, it's midweek, and it's a wonderful day to be spending some time with you. And I appreciate that you're spending some time with us. We wanted to let you know what we have going on. It's a good day at workerscompensation.com, as every Wednesday is, because it's newsletter day. And that's how we're going to lead off. We want to share with you our weekly email newsletter that you can sign up for, and we'll show you how to sign up for that. And we'll also show you how to sign up for your free 7-day trial subscription to Simply Research. So let's get started here and see what we've got going on for you. And we're going to go ahead and get this on the screen here. We're going to show you what you have at your disposal from workerscompensation.com. Would be our news side, or whether it be our compliance database side, or the sort of combination of the two. So there it is. If you're like me and you're signed up for the newsletter, for me, it comes in my other. So you might have to check your junk folder or something like that. If you're using Outlook, it might be in your other, but it's going to pop up there every Wednesday once you sign up. And what do we have going on here? Well, we run down what we feel were the three most important or noteworthy stories of the week, of the past 7 days. So from last week to this week, here we go. And here's the three that we have. We have this, what do you think, from Chris Parker. It was an interesting one about a worker who was working on his golf game, but holding out for a better paying job. And, what did that do to his claim? This is the first of two parts that, not really a two-part series, but they go together, from Dr. Claire Musselman and ethical leadership, and sort of challenging the thought process on workers' compensation fraud. There's a sort of a narrative out there, and that might not be consistent with reality, but she works into that and unpacks it so that you can understand what's going on. And then we have this great story with the RX professor, him, Mark Pugh, workcompcollege.com, one of the more thoughtful people that you'll meet in this industry, particularly in sort of this side of the industry, the people that are covering the information, the education side of it, the sort of stuff that we do and sort of related. He's into that. That obviously workcompcollege.com is into the training, and then he's also I would consider Mark Pugh a thought leader, particularly on the sort of pharmaceutical side of things, on opioids, and just in general, a very thoughtful individual. And he gives tips for what he finds useful in his work, how the experience has led him to where he is, and sort of what his best practices and best advice are. So check that out. Those are on there. Of course, we're indebted to our friends at Horizon, Paradigm, and we always want to give a shout out to Kids Chance. So check them out. And then, of course, you can find out what's going on Simply Research right from your email. Okay, so you might be saying to yourself, well, listen, I like this Simply Research, and I like this, what you've got going on workerscompensation.com, but why do I have to do both of them? Well, let me tell you what. You can get the news if you're worried about, I have to go to workerscompensation.com to get the news, see what's going on, the expert analysis, and then I have to come over to Simply Research to get into my compliance information and all this business. Well, guess what? You don't have to do that, because one of the features that we have on Simply Research, it's built in, is our news center. And so you just click on that, and that will bring back the latest headlines, expert analysis, and sponsored content that we feature on workerscompensation.com. So there you go. You see it there, challenging the perception of fraud. We have a story that I put together on reasonable accommodations and how they overlap with workers' compensation law. We have 5 cases. This is one of my favorite areas, the Americans with Disabilities Act in the employment context. And there you go. You see these 5 cases that we found were instructive on how employees' workers' compensation claims sort of overlap with their requests and potential denials or granting of their reasonable accommodation requests from employers, and how that relates to employers' requirements under the Americans with Disabilities Act. And just a shout out to those NDLR sites from the early 2010s. I think there are some really good cases in there. So check those out if you would. And that's what you can find on Simply Research. That's one of the many things you can find. Our expert analysis is on there. So not long ago, we had Sean Dean weigh in, and we have a few others there. NCCI is a regular contributor. And then, of course, sponsored content. You can find out what's going on from our partners who send in the press releases. So that's all right there. So it's one-stop shopping at Simply Research. It's something that we hope that you'll take advantage of. And if you do want to take advantage of that, you go to workerscompensation.com, head to solutions, hit Simply Research, and there you go. There's the page. It'll bring you to the information. Click for free trial, put in your stuff, and then you'll get set up with 7 free days of Simply Research. Now, let's say you want to get that newsletter we were talking about, and I hope you do. You can go to the news side of things. And there it is. And right there on the page, after you're scrolling through the stories, the headline, seeing what's the latest, enter your email address there, and boom, submit it, and you will be signed up. And every Wednesday, you will get that wonderful newsletter delivered to your inbox. So until then, we want to thank you for stopping by, and we hope the rest of your week goes just fantastically well, and we appreciate you. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.